you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I felt guided this week to cancel all client appointments, to not create content for the first half of this week, and just to detach from text messages, from emails. So if you're watching this and you've messaged me and I have not responded, it is because I'm taking a detox, and I highly recommend all of you do the same. You know, with this 5D energy that's coming in, our bodies literally can't handle electronics the way we used to. So we have to put them down every once in a while. And we don't even realize, maybe you guys do, but I don't even realize how much I'm supporting people around the clock. You know, I have people texting me at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and it's because we build such a beautiful connection that it feels easy and it feels fun. And it's wonderful until it gets too much. And then we have to set boundaries and say, okay, I've crossed my own boundary. I've given so much and I need to replenish. And it's kind of funny. During this week that I kind of cut off all communication from the outside world, I watched 2 movies. And I'm such a sucker for, this is my guilty pleasure. You know, some people like Lifetime movies and, you know, that kind of like lovey-dovey type of stuff. I love miracle movies. I love any kind of movie that talks about how God steps in, or maybe a near-death experience, or, you know, a little girl that has cancer and she somehow heals herself. Like, I love stories like that. And the acting isn't always so great in those movies, but they're just so like wonderful. I end up crying on the couch. So my guilty pleasure is getting popcorn, getting a yummy like diet soda, or a fruity drink, and just curling up and watching miracle movies. So the 2 movies I watched one was I think called The Healer, where it was a guy who was like he like fixed electronics, I think, or he's like a handyman, but then he comes to find out that he's an actual healer, and it's in his family's line. And then there was another movie I watched where a little girl was a healer, and I think it was something about Miracle Little Girl. It was on Amazon Prime. But if you guys are interested, comment below and I'll respond with the name of the 2 movies. But the other one was this little girl, and they find out that she has a healing ability, but it takes so much out of her that she ends up getting sick. And I was literally on the couch crying because I'm like, man, this is symbolic of what I'm going through right now. Like, I feel like I give so much, and I want to take care of everybody, and I do take care of everybody, but then I forget to just replenish myself. And it felt like that. I was laying on the couch exhausted, couldn't even look at my phone. And I'm like, I'm that little girl. I'm not healing everybody. We don't heal other people. You know, we hold space for other people to heal themselves. But it felt like that energy, like I overexerted myself, and now I was sick and having to pay the price for not having boundaries for myself. So in this video, I want to share my nighttime routine. So I'm all cozied up. It's the evening where I live in New Jersey, and I'm just gonna go through the routine, and you guys are just gonna be here with me. And this kind of just came out as I was watching those movies and just fully resting my nervous system, not needing to be anywhere, not needing to answer any phone calls. And ironically, during this time, my mom's dog passed away. So it was perfect that I was able to be free and not be on client calls to help her. And I was able to go be with her dog the day before she passed. I shared that in a recent video, so that was really synchronistic. I'll link that here. But yeah, I figured, you know what? I teach all the time, but I never really share like the ins and outs of how I live my life, and how I use manifesting, and how I script, and how I do my imaginal acts and my cleansing routine at night. So I'm just going to kind of do my thing. And so settle yourselves in, and you can just grab a journal if you want to journal with me. But I'm not always going to talk to the camera. I'm just going to do my routine, and I'll tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But you're just going to be with me as I do it. So the first thing that I do when I settle in for the night is either I get a bath. I use lavender Epsom salt bath salts, and I love them. They're so good. They smell so good. And then I get out of the bathtub, and then I spray my entire bed with lavender water. You can get this on Amazon. And I put on my jammies or my sweatshirt or my comfy shorts. I have cute little heart shorts that I wear for bed. And I'll spray my whole body after I get out of the bath. And I'll say, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please put a protective bubble around me while I sleep. As I start my nightly routine, please bring me the messages that I need to hear. Please bring me the best dreams tonight. Please allow all of these manifestations that I'm about to write down to soak into my delicious subconscious. Help me rewire my subconscious so that these manifestations can come to fruition. And I say a quick little prayer. And then before I start my journaling process, as you guys know, I love my Palo Santo. And I'll just settle in for the night. The old me used to like watch a TV show, or, you know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I'd watch TV before bed, and I learned no more of that. We only want to be putting things into our subconscious that we want to create more of in our life. My hair is driving me nuts. So I use a little Palo. I have a couple decks of cards that I usually use before I go to bed. I have my journal. It's got a cheetah and it says wild ideas. I have some water here. Electrolytes as well. Okay. So now that I've opened sacred space, which I do every night, I feel guided, and this is what I do. I feel guided sometimes to pull a page or to pull cards first, but I feel guided to pull a page from my favorite book called Creating Money. Archangel Michael, what message do you need me to hear tonight? I always have more money coming in than going out. Everyone looks forward to the flow when more money is coming in than going out. You experience this many times during each month. When you receive your paycheck or any sum of money, before you spend it, you have created a flow. Start by acknowledging that you already have a flow in your life. If you acknowledged yourself every time you had even one day of more money coming in than going out, you would find the flow increasing in your life. If you have reached a level where you consistently have an excess of money coming in, congratulate yourself. You have reached a level of mastery of abundance. Take a moment to appreciate and acknowledge your accomplishment. So what I like to do is I like to write that down. On my journal, if you guys are curious, I always write the date. 5/15/24. And this is going to be a slow video. So if you guys don't want to settle in, it's not a teaching video. You're just here to be with me as I do my nighttime routine. So I put 5/15/24, and then I write page pull. I don't know if this is shaking the camera. Yeah, it is. Okay, page pull. Observe your money flow. And I usually write my name. Observe your money flow, shush. And currently, I am paused with physical. I'm going to put physical output of money. I'm currently not spending any money, and I'm not doing any work to make any money this week. So I'm calling it a pause. And I'm going to write pause in big letters. So when I come back to this journal entry, I'm going to know that, okay, this is the day where I paused everything, or this is the week that I paused everything. So the page pull is asking me, I always have more money coming in than going out. So that's going to be my new belief for tonight's routine. My new belief, once I first identified, what my flow is. My flow is I'm currently paused, but that does not mean money is paused. I just have paused my energetic output, right? And we can still receive money from doing nothing. So my new belief is I always have more money coming in than going out. I always have more money coming in big letters than going out. Okay, so now I'll sit here and I'll just repeat that every once in a while. I always have more money coming in than going out. I always have more money coming in than going out. I am so grateful that I always have more money coming in than going out. It is overflowing how much I have coming in. It feels so good. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel protected. I feel free to choose. I can wake up and I don't have to rush to create content or to create marketing strategies or to pull clients in. I can just be myself, and there's an overflow of abundance. I can take time off. I can get massages. I can get my nails done. I am so grateful now that more money is coming in than going out. And I'll go through a little rampage. I love to do rampages, and I go into the feeling of it. Sometimes I'll do it longer, but tonight I just felt guided to just do that short little bit. So I got my first message. This is what Spirit wanted me to hear tonight, was to observe my money flow and tell myself the new belief that I always have more money coming in than going out. All right, now I'm going to get a message from Micah. Micah Magic Deck. Micah, what do you want mommy to know? Your current energy is creating your future. Clear the clutter. Okay. And I actually will write card pull on my journal. Current energy, equal sign, future. Clear the clutter. Just making sure the camera is not shaking too much. Okay, so we have your current energy is creating your future. Clear the clutter. So because I just got that card, me getting that message from Micah saying, Mom, clear the clutter, either tonight or probably tomorrow morning, I'll probably do a deep clean of my house. Anytime I do a deep cleanse, or maybe I purge my car, I might clean my car. If it's not raining tomorrow, I'm definitely going to clean my car. I feel like that's the message. I can hear a little kid crying outside. Little cute kids, I love them. Even when they're crying, they're so cute. Okay, now I'm going to get a message. This is what I like to do for my special person, what they want to tell me. I usually just do 2 cards every night to see what they're thinking or feeling. Spirit, what does my special person want to tell me? I know that I crossed the line with you, and I want you. I want you too. Okay. I know that I crossed the line and I want you. So I'm going to write those 2 down. I put SP equal heart, and then I put 2 cards. I know I crossed the line. I want you. And now I'm going to do a couple I am statements. I am Michelle's husband, and I am arriving at her door with a beautiful bouquet of flowers. I am Michelle's husband, and I am in the kitchen surprising her with her favorite meal. I am Michelle's husband, and I am drawing a bath for her with salt lamps, music, rose petals, Epsom salt, yummy snacks, music. Did I already say that? Okay. And those are my little I am statements. All my little nieces wrote on the back of this. It says Taya, Molly, Emily, Casey, Stacy, and David. So cute. I love when they randomly write in my journals and I find it later. I love you all. And sometimes I'll do a quick prayer for them. Archangel Michael, please put your white light around every single one of my nieces and my nephews as they're in bed right now. Please allow them all to have good dreams. Please bless my siblings. Make them feel all warm and cozy with their spouses in bed. Make them have 0 interruptions during tonight's sleep. Bless them all. Make sure they all have the most wonderful dreams and they wake up feeling refreshed, including my mom. I almost forgot my mom. Okay, and now we're gonna do a tarot. I love to do tarot, so sometimes I'll switch up the decks. I'll do Light Seers Tarot. We're gonna do Angel Wisdom Tarot. Did one flip? No, okay. So far in my journal, I have a full page written. I did the page pull about money. I inserted my new belief. Then I did partnership, or Micah Magic, clear the clutter. My current energy is creating my future. Then I did my special person cards, and then I did my mantras. I am Michelle's husband. So these are all the different ways I use scripting to manifest. So I planted my new money belief. I made an action to take tonight or tomorrow to clear the clutter. I'm going to clean my Jeep. So I have an intention for tomorrow. And now I'm planting new seeds about my special person and what they're going to do for me and how it's going to feel and what we're going to do together. And those are just a few. I might go on and do like 10 more, depending on how I feel. But for this video's sake, I'm not going to do all of them. All right, Spirit just said, take the top 2. Wow. We have the Chariot and the 6 of Swords, which is coming out of a storm. So the Chariot has arrived. I just almost started doing this as a reading for you guys, but this is for me. So my Chariot is coming. I've been in a really dark storm, and Spirit is saying, Michelle, you're getting relief. Your Chariot's on the way. Hold the line. So we're going to turn the page. And I think for me, when I know I crossed the line with you, and the dark storm card, I know that's what this is I've been through so much for me personally with my special person situation. I've seen so much, I've experienced so much, even just in partnership in general. My entire healing journey around partnerships has been so incredibly difficult. And I know that it's meant to be difficult because I'm meant to teach it. I mean, I don't know anything, but I'm assuming that's why Spirit has me go through it. But it's essentially to stop the pattern in my family line of jealousy, manipulation, of always assuming that somebody's going to pick somebody else over me, like the not worthy, like the lack of worthiness. And I'm a catch. I know I'm a beautiful person. I know all of these things consciously, but my nervous system tells me different. So I've had to go through a really, really, really dark storm of unpacking all the wounding that I have within me. And it's all ancestral. It's all from childhood. It's from sexual abuse, physical abuse, and it's been a dark storm. So I'm really excited to get these 2 cards tonight. And sometimes the cards, well, they always bring me so much joy before I go to sleep because it gets me excited about what's to come. So this says, I'm going to put 2 tarot. End of challenging times. And I always like to write a little note to myself. I'll put, shush, you've done so much work. Please celebrate yourself. My family calls me shush. If you guys did not know that, it just naturally comes out of my mouth when I'm talking about myself, talking to myself. So 6 of Swords, end of challenging time. Shush, you've done so much work. Please celebrate yourself. And I just heard nurture yourself more. This week is not enough. You need more rest. So sometimes when we write, we get these automatic messages that just come out and we can't control it. That's what automatic writing is. It's spirit speaking to us and it just moves our hand. So I was just saying out loud what my hand was writing. Okay, the second card is the Chariot. This says rewards that come from hard work. I'm going to write that. Being rewarded for all of my hard work, which is kind of what I wrote before, and I was unaware of that. Shush, you've done so much more work. Please celebrate yourself. Yeah, that's funny. And the Chariot also says public recognition. So I'm going to write public recognition down, because that, for me in my head, I'm going to manifest maybe my channel growing. I'm going to manifest maybe my mindfulness program getting into more schools. So when I think of public recognition, I think of my channel and I think of my mindfulness program. They're my two greatest creations, and I want them out in the world. And sometimes all it takes is like one video to go viral. And like, think about all the videos that I created over the last 3 years. It's like now they're just here and people can just watch them whenever they want. So like the hard work that I've done is done. Like I did it all. I went through the storm. And now I can sit back and just kind of let the Chariot arrive and let the universe take my creations and just put them out into the world. So public recognition, shush, your channel blew up. Yay, you're reaching so many more with your loving messages. I am so proud of you. We're making sure we're talking to our inner child every single night. I talk to my inner child every single night. I am so proud of you. Okay, I'm going to say another statement about public recognition. Shush. Your mindfulness program is now in over 5,000 schools all over I'm going to put the world, all over the world, not just the US. That's my goal, is to reach millions of kids and to be global. So I'm manifesting when we get a card that's saying that we have good news coming. This is when we create it, right? This is an opportunity to say, hey, I can create whatever I want. So why not put on my journal how I want to script it out? Shush, your mindfulness program is now in over 5,000 schools all over the world. Heck yes, that's me being excited. It's already here, it's done. I don't have to take care of the how. The universe is just gonna bring the Chariot and it's gonna take my creations and put it out into the world. So you apply this in your life, whatever you've created or whatever you want to create, start speaking as if it's already done. Okay. So we got those two cards. Now I'm going to kind of just flow and I'm going to journal my highlights from the day. Highlights from today. First one was dinner with my niece Eva. Dinner with Eva. She texted first thing this morning, asking for a ride home from school. It lit me up. I love when she thinks of me. What's another highlight from today? Oh, I took a really good nap. Took the best nap. I didn't get much sleep last night. My neighbor was up from like 2 to 4 doing something. I don't know what she was doing in the kitchen, but she was like pacing from the kitchen to the living room, kitchen to the living room. And I was like, oh my gosh, I literally was like, universe, move me out. Oh, I gotta write that. I gotta manifest a new place to live. Okay, I took the best nap. All right, I'm just gonna write those as my 2 highlights from today. My real highlight was just spending time with my niece. Okay. So, new creations. I'm gonna write down my new, I normally do this. I create something new that didn't come through the cards or the book. So, new creations, a new place to live. I am so happy and grateful now that I am living in a beautiful white home on land with no neighbors, all to myself and my husband. I am free to frolic naked in nature. I am free from noise. I am free to create content in a beautiful office with pink floral curtains, big windows, lots of sunlight, a beautiful white kitchen, front porch, Micah garden, new Jeep, space to entertain my family. It feels so good to organize my whole house with color, labels. I have an entire closet / pantry, and it's like a health food store. Snacks, remedies, paper towels, cleaning supplies. It's perfectly organized and so beautiful. I have the best wallpaper. Every time I go in there, I smile so big and just stare at the beauty I created. I think that's all. I'm not going to do the bedroom and the kids' rooms and all that stuff. I'll do that maybe tomorrow night. I just feel like complete. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just stop randomly. I'm like, okay, I've written enough. Either my hand gets tired or it just feels complete. Okay, so recap. We did the book. We did some cards. We did special person cards. We did tarot. We then created new creations. We did the highlights for my day. We cleansed with lavender water. I took a bath. We used Palo Santo. We're sipping on some yummy water. There's no sugar or anything that will activate my nervous system and my digestive tract for bed. So now we're at the point where I will, take off all my rings. I'll go in, I'll put my hair up, I'll brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I will get into bed and I will do imaginal acts for everything I just wrote. So I will imagine myself filming in my office with the pink floral curtains and the bright sunlight coming in. and I'll picture the kitchen and Micah's garden with all hearts and maybe stepping stones of hearts. And I'll just go through each scenario. I'll imagine getting in my Jeep and shutting the door and pulling out of the garage and looking at the beautiful gym we've created with the sauna and the cold plunge and all the things. And it's peaceful, and I'm driving down this long driveway where nobody knows where we live. But we have so much space that the kids can just play in the yard when my nieces and my nephews come over. And I'll just go through these scenarios before I go to bed. And I'll say, I am Michelle's husband, and I am in that same kitchen, and I am surprising her with a meal. She's sitting by the fireplace, and she's journaling, and she's doing her imaginal acts, and I'm making her a little snack before bed, whatever it is, or a tea or something. And then I go into I am Michelle's husband, and I'm drawing her a bath, or I am Michelle's husband, and we're cuddling on the couch and we're talking about our highlights from the day. I'll go into my mindfulness program, me getting an email that, congratulations, Michelle, your mindfulness program has reached over 5,000 schools all over the world. We are so proud of you. We are so happy that the kids are receiving your messages. And I'll go into this little rampage. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed my night routine. This is what I love to do. I also do stretching, and I do fascia work too. Normally right when I get out of the bath, I'll put my clothes on, and then I'll sit on my living room floor before I do all of this, and I'll stretch my legs, I'll stretch my feet. A lot of times between your toes and your fingers is where you can do the most fascia work. So if you press and hold for 3 minutes between each of your toes and each of your fingers, so I'll do both feet and I'll do both hands. And I might be watching an educational YouTube video, I might be listening to a meditation, I might be listening to a podcast, but I'll do that right when I get out of the bathtub because I'm nice and warmed up. So I'll open up my feet and my hands and the fascia work with the fascia work, which is so crucial. But I'll link the fascia videos in case anybody's curious about that. But I don't think I'm missing anything. I stretch, I do fascia work, take a bath, cleanse with lavender water, Palo Santo, a random page pull, cards, I journal, I create, I focus on the highlights, then I do my imaginal acts, and then I'm in bed for the night. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give this video a like, subscribe, hit that bell if you need to, if you want to see when I have more content coming out. This is new for me, so I don't know where my channel is going to go from here, but I like bringing you guys through my routines because they really, really help. And I can't tell you how many times I look back at my journal months later and I go to certain pages. I'll pick like a random page, kind of like when I do my page pulls, and I'll see what I was manifesting and it's already come true. So when you're doing these routines, you're consciously creating and setting an intention every single night before you go to bed of what you want to create for tomorrow. If we're looking at what we already created and we're not happy with it, this is how we change it. We have to make a conscious effort to script out what we want for ourselves. And we have to be consistent, make it a routine. I literally have a routine that I do almost every single night. If I don't do it, it's either because I'm with family and I'm out late or I'm too exhausted to do it. And there's no sense in forcing this when it doesn't feel good. Don't ever do anything unless it feels good. Because when your heart is beating with joy, that's when you are filled with the most energy, and you're going to create from that energy. So do your meditations, do your imaginal acts, script, do whatever works for you, and then report back, comment below, and let me know what you're creating. Or what does your routine look like? What do you guys do every single night before bed? How do you settle in? A lot of people do mantras, people do affirmations. There's so many different things we can do to create our own reality, and I hope this video helped you. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. All right, peace out and good night.